Damn. Where is she? Arena's favorite. Huh? What in the hell?
We are ready, my lord. Victory shall be ours!
What is this? Arena!
So the game should throw us into a battle immediately here after Idiot McGee here does something stupid. It's a battle you can't lose, by the way. It's very scripted. Which I guess is, you would expect that, suddenly loud battle music. The cutscenes are also in 30 FPS, there's nothing I can do about that. It's a console game. So this is the battle system. In this battle we start with quite a lot of people because it's a big battle and it's scripted, but we won't have nearly this many people for a long time yet. So, on the left you have your squads or whatever they are, division I guess. No wait, no that's not division, sorry. Wait a minute, on the left you have the members of the current division. If you hit X you can see what their current action will be. And you can see they change their actions based on the general command I give them. You can change the division you're targeting, but you cannot target individual members of a division. We're just going to tell them to attack combat arts because we can. The minimap in the top right is somewhat useful because it shows you the positions of units, and this is fairly important for reasons that the game will probably tutorialize later. You can intercept units, be intercepted, you can get flanked, you can get hit in the back, etc, etc. These are all very important. There's a morale system at the top which really only plays a part in boss fights, to be fair. We'll have you do that. I'm having all of them target different units just because we have enough to do that, more or less. You can attack with that. And you can hit this guy right there. Is there just one guy in the back? There is. It's a mage group in the back. Interesting. And you can do that. So basically you just give them general commands, and in the minimap you can see who's targeting who. Basic overall outline of who we're targeting. We can't see who they're targeting, but we don't need to worry about it. And then we can start. I should have actually checked the battle options before we started, but we have no control over what's happening at this point. They'll attack, they'll dodge, they'll use their specials as needed. They'll heal if you've given them the ability or the command that allows them to heal, or special requirements later. Basically, if we get a chain of criticals, they can change what they're going to do at the end of the chain, which can be useful. I don't know if it's possible to get criticals at this point in the game, though. In this specific battle, I should say. It will explain interference and interception and all of that stuff, I believe, at some point in the future, so it's not too much of an issue. The question I have is, do you even care enough to see these battles? I can cut these battles out, it wouldn't be too much of an issue, or we could leave them in. It's essentially just, literally, you just watch, and stuff happens. So this battle's really scripted. You only get one turn, and then it forces you to fire the Gaybold, which is pronounced magnificently. You can change who you're targeting, but it doesn't matter, except they're too far away, which is interesting, so they're not that far away. It kills everyone. The Gaybold is a remnant, as the game will explain later. There's a lot of remnants. We're after one specific one, I believe. I've never actually beaten this game. I had it on 360. I'm going to explain a lot of stuff in this video, by the way, so apologies. I had it on 360, but I never got to the second disc, so I've heard there's changes in the PC version that make it a little bit easier on that front, so you can't screw yourself over quite as bad as I did, but we'll see when we get there. The Gaybold's firing sequence cannot be stopped. I'm just going to shorten what's going on there. These are basically specials that you can trigger. Important characters have them. Obviously, he's an important character. You could probably figure that out yourself. Hooray! We are WinRAR! Give me prizes.
Irina? Who are you?
That's what I should be asking you.
Wait, hold on.
Is that you, Blocked her? I'm fine. I can see a light in the distance. That should be the way out.
Hey! Wait up, lady. What's going on?
The Gaybold blew a hole in the ground, and now we're in this cave. Anything else obvious you'd like pointed out?
Cave?
At least the exit isn't far.
Hey, wait! Listen to me! Hey!
I'll hear whatever you have to say once we get out of here. Your story better be good, spy.
What do you mean, spy?
Think about it, genius. Why else would you be on a battlefield?
What are you talking about? I'm just looking for my sister, Irina.
Irina? What's your name?
Me? Rush! Rush Sykes!
Rush Sykes.
Ow.
So you're looking for your sister? What happened to her? Speak!
We're from this island called Athlum. It's a package from Mom and Dad!
It's probably just another lame excuse why they can't leave their research.
Hey, cheer up, sis. Whoops. It's a Visa stone. Let me set it up.
Oh.
Hi, Rush. Hello, Arena. Are you two behaving yourselves? Both of us are having a great time here at the Academy in Illusion, and we were lucky enough to have a breakthrough in our research. But, as you probably guessed, things are taking longer than expected.
See?
So
Told
your
you.
father and I agreed that you should come live with us in Illusion.
It's always about what they want.
What we found is a key that lets us use the remnants in new ways. It's gonna change the world for the better. But you kids are more important to us. And I'm sorry we haven't been out to visit for so long.
John, we're running out of time.
Oh, right. We'll be sending someone to pick you up.
Better start packing your bag.
And Rush, you look after your sister, all right?
Take care of yourself.
We'll be speaking.
Out of time. Dad's never been good at keeping track. You worried about leaving?
A little. I mean, I've never been off the island before. I'll be fine. After all, we'll be back with Mom and Dad.
You know it.
Huh? What?
What?
Let me go!
Get your hands off me!
No! Leave my brother alone!
Ice him.
Attacked by some flying beast, and protected by the light from your talisman. Child, do you think I'm senile?
It's all true.
Whatever. First things first. We need to get out of here.
Hooray! If you haven't figured it out yet, there's going to be a whole lot of storyline bollocks that happens. Emma joined the party. Woo! I think she actually joins your... I forgot how to open the menu. I guess you can't open the menu. I think she joins your division as well, your squad, not just the party as a whole. Also, prepare for basic RPG tutorialization that you cannot skip. What is that? It's a treasure chest, you idiot. This is kind of an important bit of dialogue. You have to bind a remnant to use it. You cannot bind a remnant that someone else has bound. As mentioned there, these are treasure chests. Walk up to it, push a button, opens a chest, gives you things. this case, she gives you a broadsword that you can then equip to hit things with. It'll also tutorialize basic combat elements, so you don't unlock all of your... I already did that game. You don't unlock all of the game's abilities and whatnot for, I think, at least a couple hours into the game. Maybe not quite that far, but there's our first enemy over there. As it will shortly tell us, I'm sure. Rush is not very smart, by the way. Let's initiate a battle before they spot us. He nods, as if he knows what's going on. Do not, as it says there, do not get hit by a monster before you initiate battle. That will force you into a battle, and you'll have a huge morale penalty, and morale plays a pretty big, it plays a pretty big role in the damage you deal and the damage you take.
Let's do this.
If you hit RT, it does this, and if you do it not next to enemies, it'll freak them out like that. So he's like, oi, mate. This one's scripted, though. I don't think he actually moves. They're too close.
Let's do this.
There you go. You can get really close to them. They have to physically hit you, not just like be near you. Unions, that's what the game calls them. We won't have big scale battles that we'd control all members of for a long time in the game, so there will be larger scale battles early on where we have guest unions, guest squads, but for the time being we more or less just get this. So that guy only has one unit. You can see how many units it has obviously by looking at them, but also by the dots in the bottom left. So we're probably just gonna do one of them there attacks like this on that guy and hope it kills him, so we only have one enemy union to deal with. It doesn't explain it yet, but deadlock means you're basically in a duel, if you will, with that unit, and if you leave the deadlock, you'll suffer a pretty big morale penalty. If you are in a deadlock, which apparently it's going to explain right now, you have to fight, you basically have to fight the deadlocked unit until either you die or they die, or you break the deadlock and suffer the, there you go, suffer the penalty for breaking said deadlock. Keep your HP up. I don't think we need to do that, we should just be able to kill them. Obviously the more units in a union, the more damage they'll do, the more health they'll have, and the more attacks they'll do, which I guess is the more damage they'll do, but you know what I mean. The more chances for damage they'll do. And as it mentions there, we don't need to worry about healing outside of battle, which makes it a lot easier to deal with, because the battles in this game can be quite difficult by Square Enix JRPG standards. And by quite difficult, I mean it's entirely possible to get yourself killed in random encounters, although not necessarily random, but get yourself killed by monsters that are just all over. Not just bosses. Bosses will wreck your face if you're not careful. They will very rapidly wreck your face too. It's not even funny sometimes how quickly they'll kill you.
I wasn't expecting this. Prepare yourself.
Prepare thine self. Look at his face. Great. So this is our first, quote, boss fight, but it's another scripted encounter that shows off, once again, technically, Remnant deals, or special attack deals. There you go. Generally, morale can be affected by easy ways to affect it. I've lost my ability to form sentences apparently. Easy ways to affect it are to get flank attacks, rear attacks, to defeat unions, etc., etc. Easy ways to lose morale is obviously the opposite of that. Get hit by flank attacks, etc., etc. This is a scripted encounter. I think it might be possible to lose this if you're an idiot, but nice dodge. But for the most part, basically you're supposed to just kind of attack him for a bit. You may not actually be able to lose it if he just doesn't hit you. Looks like, yeah, this is 100% dodge chance in this battle. Fair enough. And then we get to Rush's special, which in this case is unknown because we haven't technically seen it yet, but it's a really, really powerful special, as basically all of them are. Omni Strike, by the way. I don't. Oh, it did pop up there. Right. All the stuff that pops up on the right side at the end of battle, I'll probably explain a bit later. But for now, we'll just continue with the storyline.
So, your talisman's more than a fashion accessory after all.
Huh?
My lord. You did not have to come all this way for me. Please, accept my apologies.
Seeing you safe is apology enough. And who is this?
He claims to be the son of Dr. Sykes.
Oh, I see.
I am Torgal, one of Athlum's 4 generals. Our lord, the Marquee of Athlum, would like to extend his thanks. Step forward.
I will have you know that your actions have won my gratitude. As for your sister, if the men you seek have entered Athlumian territory, we cannot turn a blind eye. I shall accompany you to Athlum.
Huh?
Our lord would like to aid you in your search for your sister.
It's fine, Torgal.
Thanks a lot. I chased that weird flying thing here, but I didn't have a clue where to go next. But hey, if I've got an important guy like you backing me up, I've got a whole lot less to worry about. This is ace! The name's Rush. Rush Sykes. Who are you?
I am David Nassau, the Marquis of Athlum. You may address me as David.
Sure thing, Dave.
Let us return and see what tidings await us in Athlum. All troops, return to Athlum immediately.
Yes, my lord.
Come on, Dave. Let's go.
You will! Have you no manners? That is no way to address the Marquis of Athlum.
Jeez, what's your problem?
He's surprisingly simple, wouldn't you say?
We have yet to see.
I told you were going to hate the main character. It's only gonna get worse too. It's surprising how long he actually keeps this going. So this is the world map. The game doesn't technically have a... Let's put it this way. It acts in a similar manner to how 12 would act. These areas are technically connected. Like the plane is connected to Athlum, but we can't actually go back to the plane. But there's no, like, you know, open world type thing where you can roam from one to the next without going to the world map. You do actually, every time you go to the end of a zone, you'll go to the world map, it'll pop up the next zone, and you can go to that zone, etc., etc. It's like the beginnings of FF12, except with an entirely different combat system. But we have to go to Athlum and get a whole boatload more storyline, because... a whole boatload more storyline.
We can waste no time in sniffing out the rats who kidnapped Arena. Torgal?
Look at that walk speed. It's terrible. Like, they didn't even look at that. It's so slow.
We have prepared a room for you within the castle. After your journey from Ulam Island, you must want to rest and recover from your presumably arduous journey.
So I just sit on my butt and do nothing? Yeah, right. I'll go find those guys myself.
Fine. Do as you like. But try not to do anything too foolish. We shouldn't let him have free run of the castle until we've verified his story. I'll get on it.
Okay, I'm going now. Hello?
If it's information you seek, there is a certain pub in Virtus Parish you might care to investigate.
Come to the castle if you need anything of us.
All right, I'm on it.
So excited. The pub acts as basically your hub for side quests. And by God, are there a lot of side quests. Like, the main story probably takes, I don't know, 40, 50 hours, I don't actually remember, to complete. If you do everything, it's like 130 hours or something like that. There's so many side quests. These are your general shops. We're not going to be doing anything here. We don't really have enough money to do anything here anyway. You start the game with 800 gold, which is not very much if you couldn't figure that out. But we need to go to the pub, which is in Virtus something or another. I've actually forgotten. Virtus Parish is where it is. Actually, before we go through here, let's see if I can actually trigger the thing in Town Square. There's a person you can find in Town Square and subsequently, I believe, in every other town that I would like to talk to. She may not be here yet. It looks like she's not here yet. Alright, well, we'll just have to come back and say hello to her later. I believe she pops up in every town and she says something different every time. It's a little, not necessarily Easter egg, because it's really quite difficult to miss her, but it's a thing, I suppose. This is the pub for this town. It's actually right here, conveniently. There's also a guild, but we can't do anything at the guild yet, so there's no reason to visit it. Hello, sir. Welcome to the Warrior's Honor. He's got a weird swirly in his hello there. What you saying about my face, mate? What? Well, he receives visitors in Athlum Castle. No one can walk in there, do things. Don't think we can pick up quests. I think they just wanted us to go here so we knew where it was, basically. Not entirely necessarily sure why, but we'll go visit Dave, or David, which is my name in Spanish. And probably other languages, who knows? But now it unlocks the castle, so we can go visit the castle, do a bit of storyline, and that'll probably end off this first video. I don't know how long I want to make this first video, because it's going to be a ton of storyline.
Did you learn anything about Arena?
Pagus.
I am Pagus, one of the 4 generals of Athlum. As for Miss Arena, I regret to say that we have yet to uncover any new leads. Nevertheless, we have learned 2 interesting facts. 1, some suspicious types were spotted escorting a young girl to the Gaslin Cave.
That's gotta be...
And the other thing?
We've also received reports of nocturnal activity near the Robelia Castle ruins.
The ruins have long been a den for petty thieves. What's to say this is any different?
Not what, who? A trusted source informs me that Athlumian soldiers have been seen leaving the ruins.
That certainly is interesting.
Hey, thanks, Pagus. I'll go check out those 2 places right away.
Not so fast, Rush. My generals shall accompany you there. Maintaining the peace and stability of Athlum is our duty. We cannot stand idly by while she is threatened.
What's more, Master Rush is the son of the world-famous Remnant researchers. Naturally, we will do our utmost to aid such an important family.
My apologies. We had your background checked.
I'm used to it. Having famous parents isn't all bad, you know.
It's all right, Emma. Go ahead.
Yes, my lord. I was able to contact the Academy branch in Palais. I informed them that we will be taking care of Rush.
You talked to the Academy? That's a relief and a half. I'd given up trying to get in touch with them. I mean, it's like shouting at a brick wall.
It is a group prone to secrecy.
You're a lifesaver, Emma.
Still, it's uncertain when or if the message will get to the headquarters in Illusion.
Of course it will! Come on, my sister was kidnapped. Even the Academy suits wouldn't keep that from Mom and Dad.
Bear in mind, the Psychs are presently involved in top-level research. It may take some time for them to respond. Until then, I will assist you by any means necessary.
Sounds good to me.
Hooray! Many young women at the derp. What will we investigate first? I usually go Gazlan Caves first. I don't know if it actually matters. I think they're both the same general difficulty, but we'll stick with the Gazlan Cave. Was it boot us straight into the cave or what? I don't remember. So Blocker's entire squad comes with us. We can talk to everyone here. I don't think they ever... The sound effect is terrible. Where's the, God dang it, the controls. Not used to it. Let's drop those a little bit, so it's a little bit easier to hear the voice over certain things. That should be fine. I had nothing to add, and we can talk to everyone here. They don't really say anything useful though, ever. Like, literally nothing they ever say is really all that useful or interesting or anything. Sometimes Pagus or Pages will say things with relative interest, but for the most part, it's not really true. To unlock the Gazlan Caves, however, I think I'm going to go ahead and we're going to overwrite that because that's my test save. It's a very long test save, I'll admit, but I wanted to see if I was interested in playing it, and I kind of am. That's going to be it for now. Next time we'll go ahead and head through the Gazlan Caves and maybe the Robilia Ruins. I'm not entirely sure. I think that's what it was called. Already forgotten. Either way, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.